that we've got to give up.
Hi there, this is Paul Beck from Palu. This is Dr. Oz. This is a YouTube channel I've created, DoctorOzRapSongs. I'll be singing songs while recording the show, looking for health tips as an oral commentary about the show. Free song.
I like to say it this way. I had a doctor that had the nerve to look me in the face and tell me, Montel, 4 years you might be in a wheelchair. You know, this is going to take 20%, 12% off your life. You're an African-American male with MS, 20% off your life. I wanted to smack him across the room because how dare you tell me what I'm going to be? So I decided, no. I'm going to get busy not dying, get busy living. Yeah. You're going to get busy living by figuring out how to do it right. So we're going to walk y'all through this new miracle plan to boost energy. And I'm going to say that this is not just for, as you said earlier, not just for someone who's got some special issues. Or This is for everybody out there. It works for men and women and for kids, folks with illnesses and folks who feel great. And kids can get involved. Kids should be involved in this. Let's go. Sure. In the morning, which is a good time to start things. Yes, sir. You start off with a super energy smoothie. Now, I like things in the morning because we can automate that. Yes. People haven't gotten in your way. They haven't blocked your path to success. So teach me about this thing. This is the best drink in the world. You can do this on a Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let me tell you how to do it. Get a 2-gallon pot. We have the recipe for just a small amount. You can make 2 gallons at the same time. Coconut water, pineapple, watermelon. I'm going to tell you about this in a second. Spinach, green apples. And Mr. Part, you mentioned the watermelon for a second. That also dilates your blood vessels. Wait. I got to tell you about this now. Let me tell you the truth. I got the watermelon from Dr. Oz 3 weeks ago. You were doing a show. When I first started trying to go into the raw diet thing, this is 4.5 years ago. Somebody told me to drink watermelon water and watermelon juice. I started. I fell off the wagon. 4 weeks ago, you did a show. You were talking about how, for men, this impacts our male obligations as husbands. And, I talked to my wife about that, and now that's part about that every day. I just look at that show. So I said, I can learn. I'm learning. So, you want a high-speed blender. You want something that'll grind this up. And again, you can make this your own way. Get your kids to do this with you. Let them pick their 4 fruits. Put vegetables in it. I call stuffing the vegetables, because now the vegetables go away. Really good. It tastes real. It tastes whole. It tastes like it's rejuvenating you. And basically, all these elements, I can wax philosophic about why these are so beneficial for you, but it makes sense. Your mom would recommend these for you. But anyway, that's the first thing in the morning. Yes. So in the mid-morning, you do a little different thing. You have a little snack. It's called a vitamin D chlorophyll cocktail. What is this? This one, I'm telling you, this was a 3-year read. Blew me out the water. Watch this. This is one of the best superfoods on the planet. So I gotta say something. When you first proposed some of these ideas, this is the one that surprised me the most. So I went back and I researched this, and I am fascinated by it. I didn't realize that there was so much power in chlorophyll. Now, you mentioned a couple of things that it helps you with, but I see at a very high level, what we think chlorophyll might do, and this has been hypothesized, it actually changes the flora in our intestines. The bacteria like the chlorophyll, and when they like it, they actually can strengthen your immune response. I love this guy. Yeah. See, he validates everything. It's true. It's true. So I like the fact that, again, leafy greens are important. Chlorophyll's leafy greens. That's why it's the equivalent for us of what their version of energy is. And my recommendation is you think about this. Chlorophyll, 100 to 300 milligrams a day, and 1,000 units of vitamin D. And we wanted to talk about energy. Let's go back this for a second. 16 ounces of this for breakfast. You're already buzzing walking out the door. Yeah. 2 hours later, a little dose of chlorophyll on a sunny day. Oh. All right, that's all. Let's go to the afternoon. So, we've done our morning stuff right. We got off to the right step. Now, you're recommending B12 megadose injection. This gives you argue it, an instant jolt. Now, I gotta say, I in the past have recommended B-complex vitamins. I do think they help fight fatigue. We've got pretty good reasons to believe that's the case. The injection's a little bit over the top. Now, the only other person that really pounds on me about B12 injection is my wife. And she's usually right there. There you go. Well, just here's something so good about this. Nobody can keep up with me, and I think it's because I'm doing this. This is added to that little regimen, but added to that regimen, that's the reason, like right now, I've had 1 cup of coffee this morning, folks. This is Montel all the time. How much do you inject? I do I guess it's 1 ml, and it comes in these little bottles. Let's talk about this for a second, because pricing. A lot of people are afraid of this. First off, if you have a doctor who will write you a prescription, the price on this varies around the country, but the most expensive I found is $42 for a month's supply of this, and it's about $12 for this. So you're running at about, you know, $1.80 a day, but $1.80 a day gives you that spike back that you have not had.
I'll tell you what, in part to please my wife, I'm going to have you inject me if you don't mind.
Okay.
But I also want to talk to you all about B12 injections.
Didn't you ever want to stick a doctor once? Just once.
He was in the military. I got to trust him. He's doing sharp things.
Well,
Listen, as we get, let's get this ready. I got to say, the thing about B12 is that it has a pretty safe profile. There you go. 1 ml. That's it. Okay, you see it there, everybody?
Perfect.
There you are.
Perfect.
All right, now you can put it in any part of your body that has a little bit of fat.
Yeah, a little sub-Q.
And very little fat.
Do a little swab. Let me do a little swab.
Pick a spot you like.
I'll pick a spot right there.
Look what I'm dealing with here.
And wait, you know what?
No, it actually doesn't hurt much at all. But think about B12.
But, I'm sorry, sir, that looks like a pencil.
I'll tell you why I'm resistant to injections. I think you can actually get a lot of the benefit without the injection. My wife and you and other smart people also disagree because they say you get it immediately in high doses into your body. I also think that you ought to get more than just B12.
Okay.
And so the B12 injections are really safe, but if you get a multivitamin with the injection, that can be uncomfortable. So I actually like these B-complex lozenges. I like to put them under my tongue. That way I get B12, I get B6, folic acid, and I absorb it directly into the bloodstream that way. Fair enough?
Yes, sir. Fair
Okay.
enough.
All right, now, the mid-afternoon slump is something that everyone's always talking about. And when we talk about the fountain of youth, about energy, about making ourselves feel better and look better, we got to deal with that reality. You recommend something called 3-root tea.
3-root tea, and this is something that's new. Research is now coming out about it. They're called adaptogen vitamins or adaptogen herbs. It's ashwagandha, schisandra, and radiola. Now, we'll put them up so you can read what they are. What these are adaptogen, and what that means is that they help your body adapt to 3 things: stress, emotional stress, and environmental stress.
You know what I like about these? They've been time tested. It actually smells pretty good. The taste is tolerable.
Yes.
Tolerable. But I gotta say, you know, these adaptogens, and you mentioned the word, these are herbs that seem to get our cells to think they're younger than they are, and to do things they never thought they could do in all parts of our body. And crazy as it sounds, we don't talk about fruit fly experiments here too often, but you know, we often start experiments dealing with little things like fruit flies. When you give fruit flies rhodiola, they live longer. So we haven't done the experiments in humans. In fact, it's going to take a couple decades to do these things, but I like this stuff, and it makes sense.
And while we're waiting for those decades for the research to come in, guys, let me tell you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to tell you that you're going to get the exact same results that I do, but if you see me, I walk with a limp. Now, I started taking this 4 or 5 months ago, and Doc, I'm telling you, my lip is reducing.
Yeah. This is great. All right, finally, we get to the evening, and this is one of Montel's not just most beloved secrets he's going to share with us, but it's also something that I've got a lot of science behind. And you literally take a garlic infusion.
I just want to tell you, first off, that whole theory about if you eat too much garlic, you start to smell like garlic, I don't know where that came from, because it's not true. I don't believe it's true. Once you get it in your system after about the 3rd day, I don't think anybody around me ever knows this. I eat.
There's no one left around you.
Or they just tolerate me, right? But I mean, I'm eating 10 cloves of garlic every single day.
That's this much garlic, folks. That makes a lot of garlic.
Crush it up, put it over fish, put it in your chili, put it in. It, to me, works in anything. I'll put it in cereal.
Yeah. Don't give me any ideas. Don't give me any ideas.
You know what I mean? But I make a chicken soup, and my base is that much garlic.
Well, that's good. That is good.
But really, I started upping the garlic, again, 7 months ago, because I'm thinking to myself, let me try to get on as perfect a track as I can and see if I can impact this illness. And I've done it. Now, you check back in with me in 6 months, and I'm going to show you how much more I've impacted this. And so if it's working for me, it's just by adding these things in, it'll work for you.
Montel's going to stay with us. He just shared his fountain of youth formula for super energy. Up next, he's going to reveal his biggest breakthroughs, and he says he'll make you pain-free. You won't want to miss it.
If it's working for me, it could work for you. A song by Paul Beckman, Palu Rainbow song, created February 9th, 2012. Using guitar chords G7 and D. Well, if it's working for me, it could work for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. If it's working for me, it could work for you. If it's working for me, it could work for you. It could work for you, yeah. If it's working, well, that's good. If it's cooking, oh, that's really good. If it's working for me, it could work for you. It could work for you. It could work for you. It could work for you.
With 283 horsepower. Fishing.
Click, click.
36 miles per